NBA basketball totals for Saturday, March 4th. This is a segment where we take a look at totals set by odds makers in the NBA. We've been struggling a little bit this past week. We still have a winning percentage for totals on the season, but definitely not the profits. And we're just going to have to do better this second half of the season. We also have our NCAA segment out there as well. You want to check that out. That's been tough also. I definitely have not been handicapping very well over these past few days, but that just happens sometimes, and hopefully we'll start to turn it around after having a pretty profitable week last week. We also have our NBA Live segment that we do Sunday through Thursday. You got to jump in and check that one out. That one's a lot of fun to do. A lot of guys chime in on that. We get a lot of a lot of good conversations going. That's been a lot of fun. So that's 4 o'clock Eastern on the Facebook page. You got to look into that for our sportsbook review. Our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. You got to check that out as well for all the videos. SBRpicks.com, our main web page. We have a lot of good sign-up bonuses for sportsbooks, so you got to check that out. Let's go ahead and let's start looking at some totals here. So the first game we're going to look at in the NBA is Toronto versus Milwaukee. Odds makers have a pretty low total set at 206, but I'm going to back under the total. I really like how Milwaukee played defense yesterday against the Clippers, especially that fourth quarter. They did a really nice job, but the tempo they allowed was really slow. So I expect with both these teams on the second leg of a back-to-back, I just do not see them getting up and down tonight. Their last matchup when Milwaukee played in Toronto, we had a pretty low final there with Toronto winning 102-86. I just had to pull that up real fast. The tempo wasn't very fast, with Milwaukee getting up 80 attempts, Toronto just 84. So Oddsmaker set this at 206. That seems about right, but these two teams match up pretty well, and they both can score, at least statistically. Their efficiency ratings are pretty good. Toronto and Milwaukee, though, they don't allow a lot of tempo. We got Milwaukee allowing just 83.6 attempts per game. That ranks 9th in the NBA. Toronto, just 82.8. That ranks 5th in the NBA. So don't look for this to get up and down. Look for this to be a bit of a grind and for them to stay under this 206. That's Toronto and Milwaukee. And the next game we got up, just 2 games on the card today. We're going to look at Minnesota versus San Antonio. Now, Minnesota's coming off a rest. San Antonio is not, after playing in New Orleans last night. So this matchup here, Minnesota's playing some pretty good ball right now. So we got Minnesota playing at San Antonio, and odds makers have this total right now similar to the one we just saw, 206, with Milwaukee and Toronto. Unlike that game, though, I think they're going to score. I'm going to go over this 206. Minnesota's been putting up some points recently. Now, their last matchup, we saw a really high-scoring affair, 122 to 114, and that was just regulation. It really got up and down. Both teams shot particularly well. The tempo wasn't really even that fast, with Minnesota just getting up 73 attempts and San Antonio 84, but they both shot lights out, with Minnesota shooting about 50%, San Antonio as well, and they both shot lights out from distance. Now, that being said, I don't think we're going to see that type of total tonight, but I do think they get over this 206. They got to the line a lot that game as well, but with San Antonio coming off the second leg of the back-to-back, now they're coming back home. Minnesota's been scoring some points. I think the Timberwolves are going to give San Antonio a run for their money in this one, and they're going to be able to put up some points in this matchup. They were able to score quite a few points the other night, putting up 107 at Utah. So that's pretty good against a Utah team that can play some tough defense. So look for Minnesota, who scored 102, 107, 130 versus the Rockets, 102 versus the Kings, 107 versus the Jazz. Since the All-Star break, they've been putting up some points. Expect them to do that tonight, to put up, well over 90, and for San Antonio to do what they do efficiency-wise, and to score some points as well. So San Antonio doesn't go to a very fast clip, but still, when we look at them and their efficiency ratings offensively, I mean, they're really solid. Right now, San Antonio ranks 4th in shooting efficiency and 4th in effective field goal percentage. San Antonio has not been playing a ton of defense, so look for Minnesota has not been playing a ton of defense, so look for San Antonio to take advantage of that tonight, coming off the second leg of a back-to-back, for them to get over this 206. I can go on this one for a while as well. Tom Thibodeau, Greg Popovich, 2 of my favorite coaches, but I like for them to get over, so I'm going to go over that 206. That's it. So we got Toronto, Milwaukee under the 206. We got Minnesota, San Antonio over the 206. So some pretty good matchups here in the NBA. NCAA March Madness coming up. So stay tuned for a lot of free picks from our handicappers, SBRpicks.com and Sportsbook Review. And I wish you guys luck on your picks today.
We hope you enjoyed the video. Hey, don't miss out on the best basketball betting content available on YouTube. Click our logo button on the bottom left to subscribe. And as always, guys, give us a like and drop your comments below because we want to hear from you. Visit our website to take advantage of all our free products.